Okay, this problem says 612 orders is what percent of 425 orders. So let's start off by just translating the statement into mathematics. So we would have 612 is means equals. What percent we don't know, but since we're going to be solving for a percent, we need to keep in our minds that we're going to have to change it to percentage at the end. Of means multiply 425. So now in order to solve for x, or to get that alone, instead of multiplying, we need to divide by 425 so that that is all by itself. And now over here on the right we have x equals, when we take 612 and divide by 425, we end up with 1.44. Now that is not the percentage, that is the decimal. So in order to change that to a percent, we need to move the decimal 2 places to the right. So our actual answer would be 144%. Now think about it, this makes logical sense. 612 orders is a percentage of 425. It's more than our 425, so it should be over 100%. That makes logical sense now. Okay, now let's start working with some of these more application type problems. Here we have one that says a study of office workers found that 27% would like more storage space. If there are 12 million office workers, how many want more storage space? Okay, this one is not written out in the direct translation, mode, so it's a little bit more difficult for us to be able to see what they're actually asking. You need to do one of two things. We can either restate the problem so that it has the exact same meaning, but so that we can translate it, or you can always go back to the proportion method. If you feel comfortable with that, especially with these word problems, sometimes that's a little bit easier, for us, and that's quite all right. If you find a method that works for you, then there's no reason to always change it. I'm going to go ahead though and show you how I would restate this problem. We need to ask ourselves, okay, what are they really asking? And whenever I read this problem, a study of office workers found that 27% would like more storage space. If there are 12 million office workers, how many want more storage space? What they're really asking us, or saying here, is that 27% of 12 million is what number? Kind of, restated and drawn down to the most important parts. This is what they're actually asking. Now, once we understand this, we can go ahead and start translating it. 27% would be 0.27 of means multiply. 12 million would be 12 with 6 zeros after it. 6 is means equals, and what we don't know. So now we could go ahead and we could just plug that in our calculator, or we could do out the math by hand, either way. And we would end up with x equals 3,240,000. So now, is that a reasonable answer? Well, absolutely it is, because 27% of those 12 million want more storage space. 27% is a little over a quarter of the 12 million. So a little over 3 million sounds perfectly reasonable.